Welcome back to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at an excellent set of deck plans from GURPS. This is for the Suleiman class Scout Courier, 100-ton displacement scout ship that you can get as a mustering out benefit if you were a scout, and in fact is active in my campaign. This is the ship that the players are flying around in right now in my Traveler campaign. I'm going to lay the deck plans out and show you something pretty neat that they built into this particular set. I'm also going to show you the little cardboard travelers in the back. So this is from GURPS Traveler from about 2003. The Suleiman class Scout Courier Ship deck plans. All right, this was deck plan 5 from GURPS Traveler. It was actually out in 2001, not 2003, as I said in the opening. And what you got in this handy-dandy little Ziploc bag, yes, this is the bag it came in, for $16.95. What you got was this excellent set of deck plans. I love these deck plans from GURPS because they came in two styles. First, we're going to take a look at the back, the deck plan symbols, and then a little plug for the Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society. The way all of these plans were, and I thought this was very nice, was you got one set that was all set as hexes, and you got the exact same setup, but in squares. I use the squares because it just fits better. My various characters that are based on square bases. And also if I run Snapshot calls for square bases, so that's what I use. So you got a bunch of different deck plans, or layers to the deck plan, and you assemble them. I'm going to show each of the deck plans now, and then I'm going to assemble the whole thing, and we'll do an overview. So here we go. This will be another layer. These are available in Drive-Thru-RPG under the GURPS heading, and you would have to take them somewhere and get them printed, but that really wouldn't be that big of a deal or that great of an expense. They did 6 of these. This is number 5. I featured number 1 a few months ago on my channel. This is a lot of fun to have these, to take them out and have them for the player characters. I find my players get a real kick out of seeing what the ship looks like and where they are in relationship to, oh, my quarters are here, this close to the command deck, whatever the status is. There we go. This is the upper galley, and I really enjoy these. I like how they did these for GURPS. I do want to say there is a Seeker scout ship out there for a 3D printer. Seth Skorkowski printed one up and painted it, and it's gorgeous. He's done a video on it. I'll include a link to that video below. He also has, it was for a company that was doing STLs to print your own. So I don't have a 3D printer yet. So I've not had the opportunity to print something like that, but maybe down the line. So for me right now, it's just going to be 2-dimensional deck plans, but hey, these are cool deck plans, and I like the fact these are readily available too. They can be found in the aftermarkets as well, eBay or such, and they're not horribly expensive on eBay. Most GURPS stuff doesn't go for a ton of money on eBay. There are a few exceptions, of course. I've got 2 or 3 more of these to go, and then we're going to go ahead and set the whole thing up. So there you go. Just a lights out presentation in my opinion. I loved the GURPS era of stuff. I thought the quality was outstanding. Oops, got this guy. Been running them all a little bit upside down, but here we go, the little breakdown of the Suleiman class itself. I'm going to take a look at all of this in just a minute. And then, of course, you got the little cardboard characters. If you don't have lead figures to represent, here's some cardboard characters for you. Little command deck, or that's actually an air raft, and then some equipment. So pretty neat. I like these. These are available in a lot of different formats now, but back in 2001, this is one of the only places you could get them. So these are pretty neat. I like them. They're easy to make stands for if you want to. I personally use figures, and with the abundance of Star Wars figures around, it's easy to just use figures these days. So I recommend that, but these are nice and alternative for you. Now I'm going to go ahead and lay out the entire deck plan, and we'll take a look at the whole thing. All right, here we are with the Seeker class scout ship, 100-ton displacement. Nice little deck plan. I've always liked having deck plans. They're great role-playing surfaces, as well as Snapshot, if you want to use that. You also can use these for other things. I've used this particular deck plan in a Champions game, where the players ended up aboard a spaceship, and they were fighting some bad guys on board the spaceship. So here we go. There's the upper deck of it, the forward cargo bay, up by the weapon mount, and all that. Now, the neat thing about this particular set was they gave you different variants to use. So here are the variant maps and what they meant. So you could have the Seeker class, the 100-ton standard in-use scout ship. You could have a detached variant. So maybe this ship that is on detached service for the scout ship. So this could be something the player characters would be using. Or you have a VIP variant. Maybe there was somebody important in the scout service who was being transported, and they used this as a VIP shuttle. I thought it was neat that I essentially got 3 ships for the price of 1 in this set. And again, I love the GURPS stuff. I think that's some of the best stuff that was published for Traveller. I'm going to go ahead and show how the variants would look. And we'll take a look at both variants. And then we'll have some closing thoughts. Here I've put the detached variant in place. And you see, it looks much the same. There's some differences in the floor plan and how it comes down toward the engine room. This is just a sheet that lays across the middle. I thought it was pretty cool. So this would be the detached variant if I wanted to run that version of the ship. I thought that was a very clever idea. And now I'm going to show the VIP variant. This is the VIP variant. As you can see, much more luxurious staterooms, double the size, less staterooms, but they're made bigger, and more cordial outer area, meeting area, and then coming back to the engine. So I thought that was really cool. And I want to point out, I actually misspoke. There are 4 versions in this. There is the standard one, which is the very first one I showed you. Then the detached variant, which I showed you, the VIP variant, and also the Seeker itself. So I'm going to show that one in just a moment too. So subtle differences overall, big differences in playability as far as your player characters are concerned if you're using one over the other. But all not bad for $17 over 20 years ago. So we're going to take a look at the Seeker variant as the final variant. So here's my final overlay, the Seeker variant. So 4 ships for the price of 1. That's pretty sweet. And in making this video, all I did was lay them one atop the other. So they're all here. They're all just different layers. So it's pretty neat. I've been using just the base class for my campaign. That's the ship the players are in. But I love the idea that they could go to another Seeker class, visiting an old comrade from the Scouts perhaps, and what do you know? There's a Seeker class ship, VIP ship, and that's the undetached service. So I just thought this was a great idea. I gush over GURPS. I thought they did a great job with their products. The other thing I absolutely love about GURPS is there's the Mega Traveler stats for it, and there's the Classic Traveler stats for it. So they knew where they came from, they knew their roots, and they appreciated it. So I can't say enough good things about GURPS. If you don't have the GURPS, have never read it, don't worry. The fact that it is GURPS does not inhibit your enjoyment of the writing. The writings, for the most part, are really edition independent and can be adapted easily to anything else. I use GURPS stuff in my Traveler campaign all the time. So that's all I've got to say today on this gorgeous set of deck plans that are very prominent in my campaign at the moment. If you have any comments or ideas, or if there's some GURPS stuff that you love that you want me to cover, please let me know. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Please remember the Patreon, and I'll see you next time on page 121.